Hello and welcome to the E&F section of the National 5 video tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at the laws of indices. Law number 1 states if you multiply two indices together, then you have to add the powers. So the first example there is a to the power of m times a to the power of n, which is equal to a to the power of m plus n. Or with numbers, a squared times a to the power of 5 is equal to a to the power of 2 plus 5, which is equal to 7. So a to the power of 7 is your final answer. The second law of indices states that if you are dividing one index by another, then you subtract the power numbers. So here we've got a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n, which is equal to a to the power of m take away n. Or in numbers, a to the power of 9 divided by a to the power of 5 is equal to a to the power of 9 take away 5. So your final answer is a to the power of 4. Here are 8 examples that require you to use one of those two laws. Make sure you pause the video now because the answers will be revealed shortly. So here we have the answers. First question is equal to y to the power of 10. Second question is x to the power of 9. Third question is e to the power of 9. Fourth question is p to the power of 7. Fifth one is m to the power of 19. Sixth one is t to the power of 7. Seventh one is r to the power of 3. And the last one is b to the power of 21. Be careful there. The b on its own is b to the power of 1. We don't write the 1 because everything to the power of 1 is just itself. Moving on, we have law number 3 of indices. A to the power of m raised to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m times n. Or with numbers, a to the power of 8 squared is equal to a to the power of 8 times 2, which is 16. And your fourth law of indices is that anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So we have an a to the power of 0 is equal to 1, we have a 5 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. We could take any number, put it to the power of 0, and it would be 1 as our final answer. So here are 8 more examples requiring you to use those two laws of indices. Make sure you pause the video now because answers will be given shortly. And here we have the answers. So the answer to question 1 is y to the power of 16. The answer to question 2 is x to the power of 18. The answer to question 3 is e to the power of 20. The answer to question 4 is 1, because p to the power of 0 is 1, and then raise 1 to any power and you still get 1. The answer to question 5 is m to the power of 14. The answer to question 6 is t to the power of 26. Question 7 is r to the power of 88, and the last one, question 8, is 1 again, because anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. Okay, so let's bring it up to SQA standard. A lot of times these laws are combined in order to ask you questions about indices. So we need to deal with this step by step. The first step in this question is to deal with the top half of the fraction here. K to the power of 4 times k to the power of 8. We need to multiply those two indices, which means we add the powers. Okay, so k to the power of 4, add on k to the power of 8 is k to the power of 12 for the top half. We'll keep the bottom half the same just now, and we're still raising that to the power of 5. The second part is we need to deal with this division here. K to the power of 12 divided by k to the power of 3. Again, we need to take away the powers. So 12 take away 3 is 9. So we're raising k to the power of 9 to the power of 5. Okay, the last part of this is we are raising a power to a power, so we need to multiply those two powers together. K to the power of 9 times by 5, which will give us k to the power of 45 for our final answer. That's how it's done. Here are 4 more challenging questions for you to have a look at. Make sure you do it step by step, show all you're working, and the answers will be revealed shortly, so make sure you pause the video now. Okay, so we have the answers here. The first one ended up to be y squared, the second one f to the power of 5, the third one r to the power of 10, and the fourth one w to the power of 20. Okay, if you had any problems with that, make sure you consult a maths teacher or come along to a supported study session Tuesdays or Wednesdays after school. Finally, if you'd like a little bit more practice with indices, have a look at these questions here. They can all be downloaded for free from the SQA website. Make sure if you're still having trouble with indices, you come see a maths teacher or you attend a supported study session either Tuesdays or Wednesdays after school. Thanks for listening.